Getting to your texts and your emails in just a second. 84850 is the way to get in touch via text. Lorraine has taken the time and trouble to call this morning. Lorraine, please have your say. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew. Yes, I would like to say, can we make it perfectly clear? It wasn't holding the referendum that's caused all this division in the country. David Cameron actually had no choice about holding that, Cameron. As you know, UKIP were coming up strong in the polls, and people were absolutely demanding that they hold the referendum. In fact, Tony Blair and John Major both, before signing the Maastricht Treaty and Lisbon Treaty, promised that we would be given a referendum on having our sovereignty and democratic way of life taken away from this country. They didn't give us the referendum. David Cameron in the end did. But the thing that's caused all the division is the fact that these MPs and heads of these establishments, we can give you a whole list, have not accepted the result of the referendum.
So what's the way out then, Lorraine? I take your points completely, but Parliament won't allow a general election. Parliament won't allow a no-deal Brexit. What is the, they're compelling an extension beyond October the 31st as well to Britain's membership of the EU. Boris says he'd rather die in a ditch than ask for that extension. So, you tell me which direction it should be in. David Cameron, in his book, says second referendum may be on the cards.
What needs to happen is that swamp of Westminster needs to be drained, because they're all corrupted, apart from a handful.
Well, who do you believe in, Lorraine? Who do you believe in? I've asked you for a solution. You can't just say drain the swamp, to borrow a Trumpian expression. I know what you're talking about, but what's the solution?
Well, the solution is that these people actually become what they should be. They call themselves honourable, and actually abide by the result of that referendum. People want to live in an independent Britain. We do not want to become a region. Why? We're getting cross.
Where did this come from, Lorraine? Where did this feeling about the EU come from for you? What issue has brought forth these feelings?
I believe we have a very wonderful country. It's patriotism. I love this country. I do not want us to be ruled by unelected, unaccountable foreign powers that are really lobbied by the banks and the corporations, have plenty of brown envelopes. Let's be true. I don't want to be a region of an EU empire dominated by the French and Germans. I believe that we will thrive.
When you're told by those on high, those in authority, the people that you view as the people who wield power in this country, that you didn't know what you were voting for last time, and you know more now, Operation Yellowhammer, etc. How do you feel?
Absolutely disgusted. Our institutions have been corrupted over the last 40 years.
Which ones?
As far as all of them. And I'll tell you what, I'm talking about the civil servants, I'm talking about our parliamentarians, our judiciary, our police. You can carry on. The unions, the NHS, the whole lot of you, they're all in it for their own pocket. They're not in it for this country or for the people of this country.
Who are you going to vote for? Who would you vote for next time then, Lorraine?
Brexit. Nigel Farage is the only honourable one there that stands up to the people and believes in this country.
If Nigel... Yep, go ahead.
Can I just make one point? Do you know what? We had 2 world wars. Bombs and bullets never took over this country, but by stealth, lies, deceit, greed and treachery, they've taken us over. Germany and France. How disgusting.
If Nigel Farage backed Boris Johnson and agreed a pact, an electoral pact to not stand against Boris Johnson in selected constituents, would you support that from Nigel?
Nigel will support Boris if Boris doesn't go and do that stitch-up surrender treaty that was actually put together by the EU and the civil servants like Ollie Robbins, who we know is a complete and utter federalist, because that's what they are. They're actually imperialists. They want us to be part of an empire. Then yes. Then no, I won't. I want a clean break. I want our country to be independent, free, and able to make our own decisions going forward.
Lorraine, thank you very much indeed. See, this is the power and the passion on that argument.